You want to work from home, but you already know that being on the phone for most of your day isn't going to work for you. Well, stick around because I found 5 incredible work from home jobs that are entirely no phone or very low phone. They're entry level, so you don't need a lot of experience to start. And for 4 out of 5 of these jobs, you don't even need a degree. And these roles are paying 50, 60, even up to $100,000 per year. So you get the pay and peace and quiet. Let's get started. Let's kick this off with DHL. If you're not familiar, DHL is a shipping giant. They are recognized as one of the world's leading logistics and international shipping companies. They have 5 divisions. We'll be checking out DHL e-commerce for the role that we're talking about today. And in the role that we're talking about, if you want to learn how the transportation industry works, how freight moves across the country, and if you want to help contribute to that, this is a role where you can accomplish that without having to deal directly with retail customers. DHL is looking for a TOC or Transportation Operations Center representative. And let's go ahead and get some location eligibility requirements out of the way. So DHL is saying that in order to apply for this role, you need to be based near one of the airports that are highlighted on the screen. They just say based near. They're not giving a particular radius, a particular amount of miles away that you need to be. They're just saying based near. So keep that in mind. We'll also take a look at the salary because it's broken down by state. If you're in Ohio, they're paying up to $22 per hour. In North Carolina, Virginia, Georgia, Florida, Kentucky, and Texas, that's going to be $24 per hour. If you're in Illinois, $25 per hour, and up to $26 per hour for Massachusetts and New Jersey. So again, this is a transportation operations role. And you can think of yourself in this role as a critical engine behind domestic freight movement. What you'll be doing is coordinating shipments across multiple modes of transit. That can include truckloads, small packages, air freight. Regardless of what it is, you will be ensuring total visibility for every single package. So just think of yourself kind of as a logistics orchestrator who's inputting vital shipment variables into their tracking software and clearing a path for timely deliveries. How you'll do that is by coordinating daily domestic shipments, booking and tendering orders with approved carriers. You'll input and monitor transit data. You will also review shipping lanes and characteristics so that you can select the most efficient and cost-effective transportation modes. So this is very entry level in this position. And what I'd like for you to pay attention to is that again, this is a major shipping company. They are going to prioritize precision and timing. So, if you have any experience at all where you've managed documentation, you've reviewed schedules or managed schedules, or you've handled data tracking under tight timelines, make that the focal point of your resume and your application. Our next no phone remote job is with Jams. Jam Software is a global, fully remote technology company that develops comprehensive workload and business automation software. And they are looking for a customer operations specialist to work from home from anywhere within the United States. Now, in this role, what you'll be doing is acting as the dedicated owner of a book of existing customer accounts. You'll be handling the behind the scenes revenue and software administration tasks, and that's going to include things like provisioning digital license keys and facilitating renewal quotes. In this role, you can think of yourself as an account guardian who's reviewing usage data and account health to make sure that your customers have uninterrupted access to their tools. So, taking a closer look at that, you will be responsible for renewal and account management, for provisioning license keys, and for order processing primarily. That includes being the owner of the end-to-end renewal process. That's going to include generating proposals, tracking retention outcomes, and again, processing orders. You'll also be creating and distributing accurate software license keys across multiple internal licensing systems. You'll also be reviewing correspondence and usage data to maintain accurate customer health and risk assessments. JAMS is going to pay you up to $53,000 per year in this role. Now, a couple of things I want to point out to you here. First of all, JAMS is saying that if you have basic knowledge of internal reporting tools like HubSpot, that's a huge plus. HubSpot is an online platform that offers several tools in one. They offer a CRM or customer relationship management tool. You can do sales and marketing campaigns from within HubSpot, and also internal reporting. So I suggest go ahead and get some basic knowledge of HubSpot and put that on your resume. Matter of fact, you can call it basic knowledge of HubSpot. You can learn about HubSpot by just a basic Google search. You can go on YouTube. I'm pretty sure there are probably tutorials there that will give you basic understanding of HubSpot and what it can do. And then secondly, this line here, tolerance for ambiguity and complexity. I wouldn't be surprised if this comes up during the interview. If they ask you a question like, well, how do you handle ambiguity in your job? So it's a classic question for a role where you're not always going to have all the information. They're interested in knowing what you think and how you proceed when you have a situation where you don't have all of the information, so it's ambiguous, and it might also be complex. So I would say just think about this. You've probably already had experiences with that, but if you haven't, think about how you would respond to a situation where the details or some of the details are lacking, and how you would proceed with doing your job in that case. Today's $100,000 per year job is with Marriott. And of course, we all know who Marriott is. They are a leading global hospitality company. They are known for their vast portfolio of hotels, resorts, and other hospitality brands as well. And since we're on their career site, I want to take the opportunity to remind you that just because a particular job we're talking about may not be a match for you, it doesn't mean that the company doesn't have other opportunities. As you can see, Marriott has 110 available remote jobs at the time that I am recording this video, one of which could be the perfect fit for you. So you're getting double the value. It's not just about the jobs that I'm showcasing, it's also about the companies that are posting the jobs as well. So always go back and look and see what else the companies have to offer to you. Now, I've already searched the job we're talking about today. It's the Flex Manager for Onboarding and Associate Growth. But before we get into it, if you are getting value out of this information, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Turn on that notification bell, put a like on this video, and share it with other people who you know want to work from home and start pulling paychecks in pajamas. Now, y'all, I don't think I've ever talked about this on the channel, but I've been working from home since 2008. I haven't stepped foot into anybody's office building for a job in almost 20 years. I know firsthand how life-changing it is to be able to work remotely. I know the joy of being able to work and earn money from the comfort of your own house. And when I first started out, there wasn't as much opportunity as we have today. Now there are so many companies that are engaging in remote work. So I want to ask you, when you see wonderful job leads like these, if you are not taking action, drop down into our community group chat, otherwise known as the comment section, and tell me why not. What's holding you back? What is stopping you? What challenges are you facing when it comes to applying for remote work? Let's talk about them. And if you are taking action, tell me which of today's jobs you will apply for. Now, let's get into this. Two things first. This is a temporary position. Okay. And then, secondly, if you are in or near Bethesda, Maryland, this job is hybrid. If not, it's remote. Now, what will you be doing as onboarding and associate growth manager? So, in this role, you will be a champion for employee success and development. So, you'll be planning onboarding programs. You will be providing the tools and resource necessary for new associates to thrive. So, for this role, you can think of yourself as a professional growth architect who is partnering with department leadership to mentor, to coach, and to guide team members as they enter into Marriott. Taking a closer look at what you'll be doing, you're going to partner with the learning and delivery teams to design and implement and lead onboarding and training. You'll be the primary point of contact for identifying development and training classes. You'll also be building and maintaining strong relationships with key internal stakeholders, and that's pretty much going to be for any job that you have. Now, Marriott is going to pay you up to $49 per hour in this role. That comes out to an annualized salary of about $102,000 per year. Now, I want to point out that since this role is all about onboarding and training, when you apply to this job, I want you to highlight on your resume anytime that you've mentored other people. Highlight on your resume anytime that you have developed or implemented a training program, and also highlight anytime that you have taken an existing training process and improved upon it. Our next two online jobs are with this company. We're talking about TDS Telecom. And if you've never heard of them, they are a telecommunications provider that specializes in high-speed fiber internet, TV, and phone connections for communities across the country. Now, like I said, we have two positions with them today. We'll be talking about the advisor for implementation and business support. We're also going to talk about the consumer order management specialist, and actually we'll start with that one. So, as the consumer order management specialist, you are going to be a core processing expert who focuses on wireline fulfillment operations. So, you'll log into multiple specialized fulfillment systems in order to verify order accuracy. You'll be processing telephone number porting requests, and you'll also be managing online service requests. So, in this role, anytime that a customer requests a service online, you're going to be the one to make sure that that order flows flawlessly through the back office systems. So let's take a closer look at what you'll be doing to support that. You'll be processing incoming service orders and managing updates or corrections through multiple work queues. You'll navigate and update a variety of fulfillment systems, and you'll also collaborate internally with back office provisioning, with sales and financial services teams in order to make sure that everything is completed in a timely fashion. Now, TDS is going to pay you up to $29 per hour in this role. And I want to show you something on here because it's something that I always say myself, and it's really about not selling yourself short. So right here, TDS Telecom says, do you meet the required qualifications, but you're unsure if your experience aligns with the other qualifications? We encourage you to still apply. Research shows that many candidates won't apply unless they meet 100% of the qualifications, even when they possess the skills and experience needed to succeed in the role. Experience and skills come in many forms, and they may not always match exactly what's listed on paper, but they can still lead to success. I am always saying that I am a proponent for and advocate of not selling yourself short. If you know you have the skills, if you've done something similar before, what's stopping you from applying? Go ahead and apply. If you meet the required qualifications and you know you have the potential to thrive in the role, TDS Telecom is encouraging you to apply, and I am too. So I just wanted to point that out to you because I'm always saying it. And I've noticed a statement like this more often on company career sites. So it just goes to show you that they also recognize the power of transferable skills. Our getting right into our next role with TDS Telecom, we're talking about the advisor for implementation and business support. And what you'll be doing in this role, you'll be acting as the main post sales point of contact who will guide small business customers through their transition over to TDS services. You will be coordinating the end to end setup of voice, data, TV, and mobile systems, and you'll make sure that everything goes live without a hitch. So, for this role, you can think of yourself as a dedicated project concierge who keeps business clients informed. You're going to be looping in the technical field teams and ensuring that installation goes seamlessly. Now, taking a closer look at what you'll be doing in this role, you will manage multiple commercial voice and data orders. You're going to be coordinating site visits. You're going to take over the installation details and manage the interactions between your customers and external vendors. You'll also be updating the customer relationship management records or CRM records, and you're going to make sure that everything has notes about the appropriate order milestones and the next steps. Now, TDS is going to pay you up to $32 per hour in this role. And I want to point out here that because you're working with small businesses, because you're overseeing the installation of new service, in your resume, I want you to play up and highlight your customer service skills, play up your communication skills, and certainly if you have ever had experience managing an end to end process, definitely make that front and center of your application materials. That wraps up today's list of no phone work from home jobs. As always, I hope you got value out of this information. And if you did, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, put a like on the video, and share it with other people who you know want to work from home. And as always, I am wishing you the best of luck with your job applications and with everything else. Now, you know I can't wait to do this with you again in the next video. But until then, YouTube is suggesting another video to you now. Go ahead and check that out, and I will see you over there. Thanks so much for being here. Bye bye.